Several players, but unable to connect a connection shot or a kill yet. Heap eventually will get overwhelmed from Heaven. Synopsy will strike first, but the bomb's on the site and it will get planted here.
Nico does catch the play out to that ramp control, though, just as the retake's trying to come through. It's answered back to a 4v4, and BNE try and slow it down on the retake.
Oh, a flank in from lower as well. Crim's coming out towards the upper site, gets the kill out towards Yard. Rigon will drop, and now Roy swings in for a bit of aggression. Flatcher will take him down, but Synopsy's traded, so it's all left to Flatcher in the 1 versus 3 situation. Swings out, sees Crim's out towards Redbox, but that flank may have saved the pistol for fnatic, as Flatcher's now pinned further away from the site. fnatic here. Flash into the site, one man caught off by Rigon, trying to transfer that spray back against Crims, and indeed Synopsy will help him out a little bit. Drop the bomb again. 5-on-3 situation as they converge in against the T-side line.
A little bit flat in that upper execution. Finally some more damage and at least a way back into the round towards their outside control. But what they don't know is about Senna aggressing forward. Rigon still waiting out for the squeak door run. And for fnatic, they're just desperate to try and get another pick to force it back.
We've got that one towards outside on Roy's part. Sat in credit card, he'll wait for even more CT aggression, but Synopsy is going to be the closest man all the way up in heaven. Waiting for an aggressive face from Roy, and well, there'll be no aggression for fnatic. They're holding passive and hoping for a mistake.
Roy's got to start getting in towards that main position, but he doesn't know when the timing's good to go. Senna has not heard any of the footsteps continuing. Might hear some of the util being used by Roy outside.
Last 40 seconds of the round, and fnatic will start to form up the split play. Rigon and GXX seeing Roy catching him in the head. Senna also able to support Nico Odos, and Rigon will deal with Heat pretty. It's going to be a difficult affair for fnatic in the first place again. Mac-10s and Galil versus the Gambit of Rifles, one of which is the AK on Rigon that strikes on Roy with the better buy. AK's back in, but a quick exit towards the upper site. Rigon will get forced away by Mezzi in the smoke and all. The AWP of GXX is still fragging though, and Synopsy at the open vent corner about to become a major thorn on the side of Crims and Heap. Both players down. Nico Odos 1v4.
Oh my goodness, what is going on in this round? Synopsy's even going to go in for another peek. He ends up with a triple.
Corridors, through sees 2, maybe even that bomb information to get Gainer forced to rotate back. He does get away with a kill on Roy, but Mezzi swung at the same time, and Crims will also find Synopsy, so the advantage sits with fnatic here.
Down towards that lower bomb side, they've got to deal with GXX, and the NWP's going to get flashed off angle, has to try and reposition.
Smoke to the cross as well, then able to do damage to the 2 players out there, but the bomb will be secured in the open pretty handily. Flashes to suppress even further as all 4 CTs look to come in from ramp.
Gotta think, come together, try and force them out. And now for fnatic, even on the post plant, they haven't seen Crims getting aggressive.
Further flashes in from the T-side line. Sadly, advanced angle to try to cut them off at the old toxic angle. Half the time a tick by. GXX barely being spotted by the AK of Mezzi.
In the semi-finals, a couple of extra days of breathing room. Even Senna, not too much breathing room up towards a ramp contact. Still gets away with a couple for GXX to reposition.
The trades have come back for Crims and Roy though, so it's going to be turned to the advantage of fnatic as Crims extends for even more. Roy does get caught towards outside though, so once again BNE bring it back to a 2-on-2. Synopsy caught off by Nico Odos, extending back from lobby, so it's all on Rigon to clutch this.
Down towards that lower bomb site, you have to imagine another save. 41 HP in the 1v2. This is high risk if he goes for it.
Our plant will be secured. Rigon's got a decision to make. Oh, he's making noise down towards the vents, pulling their attention towards that backside. Nico's going to be close, covering off decon. Swing, spray, doesn't get any damage for it.
From the squeak door.
In, tapping on, doing damage, but Nico Odos will win the fight. And now Heap's backed up at 100 HP to do the heavy lifting. Both players inbound from Mini, and Nico Odos trying to set up the flank towards it. The AWP has not made noise, and neither is the AK in a minute to swing out against one. Flat True comes up good for Heap, and now it's GXX alone. So close to contact against one man, no inkling of the second. He'll get that pick, and the bomb's not planted for Nico Odos here. He's got to sneak in real quick. Noise is being made though, as GXX backs off without a kit. He realizes he hasn't got the time for it. He'll save the AWP. Nico will go hunting, but fnatic will win their 6th.
GXX just got to make sure he stays alive. Nico Odos hoping to catch a perfect timing. Swing out, damage being done. HG2, GXX should survive, and even peeks in. Does lose that AWP in the end, but think about...
Afford the AWP in the next round, I don't think. Yeah, scout out for the likes of GXX. M4s across everybody else, one of which is towards the outside of Flatcher. Roy will get the kill against him. Rigon's so close to contact though. Around that smoke, he will get the trade.
Crims is going to try the exact same thing. Rigon's going to be a dead man, and now the crunch coming through from upper. Crims is even able to multi-frag.
Synopsy chimes right back in though, looks for that double against Mezzi, but Heap Yeah, BNE have been putting more emphasis out here as the match has gone on what player to make their way in from Secret. flatru's gonna get 2. Okay. Nearly got a Deagle steal in the last round, and they got several over the course of Nuke over the last couple of days. Mezzi's going to have to chime in against Synopsy, and Heap is struggling to find anything out towards ramp. He's going to back away.
Heap's been good, though, in these late rounds. Been really stepping up when it's required. And now him and Mezzi have to work together. Senna's still keeping his eyes towards ramp.
Prodding in towards Trophy on occasion, spotting Heap. Mezzi leans forward as well as they back off. 3-on-2 situation. Senna continuing to prod as Heap will find Rigon, bring it back to a 2-on-2 situation, and they give chase to the lone B player. But the stack has set itself up with the AK here. This could be a bit of a trap for fnatic. Walking in, Senna gets the kill on Heap now, leaving it all on Mezzi for the trade. No idea where the last man is. The bomb's on his back. A 4K for flatru if he makes this work. And Mezzi's got to commit now.
There's no way he can go A. Has to go down towards B. How does he know? How does he even fake it? He might just go straight into the bomb plant. This is flatru to win the clutch, to peek out from default, to make the damage happen, to get this to stop. Oh, wait, hang on. You're getting dispersed. You're getting into a situation that because the util was so good, look at GXX. Look how aggressive he is in Heart.
That's the last smoke that they've got here on the CT side. Just not using the incendiary suppression. The flashbang's coming in, and GXX will get forced away, but sprayed down by the AK. Tagged up quite heavily. Crim starts things off, but Synopsy with a 3K lineup dismantles the main force from exiting out of Squeaky as GXX fights Nico Odos. Crims is left alone at the flank, and BNE will equalize. The back's turned towards him. flatru keeping his eyes on Mini just in case. Nico Odos seeing nothing towards the outside, and Mezzi nothing towards Tetris. CT's inbound from all 3 angles. They haven't checked the hell entrance. Mezzi gets his kill. flatru has no idea where he is. Rigon with 1 trade. Needs to get 2 more with the time ticking way too far on the bomb. Mezzi will take the fight, and Rigon will just spray manically, hope for the best, but ultimately lose to the quadra of the IGL fnatic. 8-7 for the Smokes down, seeing the first player out, Roy, with plenty of work to do, but Rigon just domes him in. flatru's low HP, and Heap just can't hold on forever. The lineup for Nico Odos does a ton of damage, but gets away with only 1 kill.
We did see some excellent crosshair placement on the T side of Nuke yesterday, Jay, and I think we saw it right there. That first kill, the one that Rigon gets towards that hell entrance, is an absolute blinder. And from that point onwards, it's just constant trading. It's players working off one another, diving down to that lower bomb side. That's an excellent ramp take to be.
So kind of take the leaves fnatic on the save. Again, not a lot of cash for the CT side. Smoke pulled out at the worst moment. Maybe Mezzi might find an AK or the drop 10-4. But Crims is nowhere near this bomb site, so 8-4 for the BNE cap. Just overwhelming them out that position. Not really anybody else in that angle. At least Mezzi will get away with a decent kill. The AK saved. And no hunt for the T side either.
Mezzi should be able to hold on to it, okay.
Switch to that smoke, enabling Mezzi to go forward and into his demise. Now it's Heap left here as the most aggressive player in lobby. Will he get checked? Yes, he will! And Senna gets a TK for it. Was a bit of hesitation, a trigger discipline moment that ultimately cost the CT side in that one. 4-on-3 for BNE.
This is done. This has got to be another save call from fnatic. No one's in good positions. They're all stuck behind hell. They've got to back off.
The flatru's there to try and cut rotations in case Roy wants to try anything funny here in the ramp control. GXX might get spotted. The kills start coming in, and actually they might still go for this. They've completely an account for flatru. No! They get the kill anyway, and Senna is now left alone as the sole defender of the site. Half timer ticked away. Nico Odos faced in upon, gets the headshot. An impossible retake. So he's doing all right. Tag's being heard by Roy especially.
Very slow, very passive in this one. And it does seem as if it's going to be an A crunch. It's a matter of timing of when these entries come through. 2 players for a bait and switch behind default.
Oh, swing on to Roy, allows Rig on the kill. flatru comes up good the same. Mezzi back sight with a lot of work to be done. Backup is there towards heaven as Mezzi gets his kill. Doubles up, swings for the triple and damn near lands it. Heap is there to finish the job, leaving it all to GXX. 18 seconds for the 1v2. Knows that Heap is in the rafters, will isolate the leg shot and catch him off. Now left to the AWP. Nico Odos, an open plant for him. An easy kill to find. A 13th on the board. Smoke's coming in, the boost up for Rigon, his head's been seen, and the M4 of Roy should still be known back here. The leg shot did connect towards Rigon, and flatru leaves Roy unchecked. He gets a double, and GXX is forced to trade.
Even Nico Odos is trying to keep eyes towards that outside position. Synopsy with the walkout on A has caught off Crims, but they've got to get the bomb control back.
Yeah, WP still watching for Rigon. Flick connects easy. all left to two. GXX and Synopsy. One man on site, one player outside with the bomb, and Nico saw the shoulder, connecting the shot for the double, and that should seal it. Synopsy center of sight, Heaps playing Overwatch, will line the spray for the headshot.
Crim's is going to take that first duel and allow Heat to be a little bit later on. BNE trying to see if they can explode down towards A, and the double entry coming through from Synopsy.
Yeah, quick kills on Crimson Heap. Roy trying to spot out GXX. Did see him out there towards Candles, and we'll be able to get that shot back to a 4-on-3 for BNE's side. Bomb plant secured successfully, smoked down towards the elbow position, and Mezzi will still find Synopsy getting aggressive, so back to evens, the retake is on.
Couple of flashes to work with that kid as well. If they can get Nico aggressive down for this temple position, this could still very much be on for the retake.
Nico fast man in, flash to check out the open site towards the side entrance as well, seeing where Rigon and Flattrue are. Taps forward to the USP, doing the damage, and Flattrue able to get the kill towards Nico Odos. Nades coming in close, flashbangs, doing so much damage to the T-side line. Roy's got all the work in the world, but can't land the headshot on the high HP man. Forward, the smoke's being set down. Rigon's Mac 10 leans up against Heap. Roy takes the swing with the SMG and does get picked up by the Mac 10, but Heap can still get the trade. So fnatic keeping this as even as possible.
Thinking about a mid-rotation, Crims trying to get as much out of that as possible. Another one-for-one trade, but so many footsteps to Synopsy hearing on the rotate back towards spawn.
Inserting himself into the CT line as well. You've still got Nico Odos back towards long. Bomb can go down. The Deagle has backed away though. The bomb plant will be heard. Safe behind the pillar. I think that player might be out there, engaged upon by Senna. Heat with the Deagle shot though. Back to a one-on-one. Needs the head to turn around here. Rifle not in his hands. It's all about the taps, and the taps just a little bit too far off. Senna takes in the sprays through, doing damage to Synopsy. GXX Flattrue getting a little bit of damage as well. The spray back from Nico Odos finally draws out first blood. The nade will finish off Synopsy from Roy. So a 5-on-3 gain. T still pressing up close and personal for Flattrue. Known here. Mezzi so close to the flames, but not burning alive just yet. Flattrue might get forced back in the midst of that smoke. That incendiary will land Roy in the corner of Cave. And BNE are hunting for a pick back here. Reduced to two individuals, now towards one individual. Senna surrounded by the CT side, and fnatic getting there first. Look at the aggression from Mezzi. Going to try hurt the T's directly here. Sees that AWP gun barrel, gets the kill against him. Sees Rigon popping out, and Nico Odos can supply support with the AK and the then the nade coming in. 3 kills on the trot for the CT side. BNE not standing a chance in this round. How contrasting is this compared to the last one?
Well, they wanted to trade back Mezzi. Obviously, you could see that they want to keep over-facing towards that ramp control, put the pressure back on. And fnatic just have a good protocol. They've got the angle of elevation with that vertical crossfire between Mezzi and Nico Odos to work off one another. Even Senna's getting spammed down into oblivion. So those 2 players left in a 5 are really struggling to bring this back, and even Senna's going to drop.
Synopsy now left alone. Backed away, leaning forward into lane. Down towards Cheats, try land a shot, try to get some exits on the board, but the AWP now being suppressed, now being surrounded. Crims on the way in, Synopsy on the way out of the round. Well, for the time being, I know best to practice the old map for the moment. Come back to that in a second, because Synopsy and Nico Odos are going back and forth for the trades. 1-for-1 at the moment. Roy comes in ahead of the smoke. GXX is spotted and sprayed down. Senna is also known, but Rigon and Flattrue are the ones to strike. Back in at Cave and out towards mid. The bomb can get picked up and rotated here, but they're going to leave it back outside the B door and continue the B presence.
They're going to slow it down and allow fnatic to split the bomb sites evenly. This puts so much more pressure down onto Nico Odos, and you've got to imagine he gets cleared. They don't have a molly for him.
Holding the advanced angle. Maybe they don't. Maybe. Hold on. Flash is over. They do check it, but he gets away with 1 decent kill. It's all on Heat now with his from Arsene. If only he had a rifle, a true M4 or an AK being seen now. Swing out. 2 to get. Does find Flattrue. Where's Senna though? Back up to Nico Odos' position. He has no idea. Half HP. The flick does not quite land.
Another duel being presented. Rigon's on the other side has not been seen just yet.
Oh, caught off on the AK. The AWP and Nico Odos can finally strike to the first, not to the second. Synopsy finds his response and opens up the A site.
Even Roy, does he try the big backstab? Rather than coming through from Donut and being involved in the retake quickly, he's going to go all the way around.
Slowly but surely creep his way around as well. Give no info to the BNE side. They don't have any idea that this backstab might be in effect. They have got the player up top plat, front plat. Utility thrown in, the flashbang. Turn their attention away, Rigon. Check the adjustment from Roy's a little bit too late though. He's such low HP, but it won't matter for Mezzi. They face off against fnatic and will walk straight into the A site, mostly uncontested. Smokes down, Crims will back away. Set up the retake without a kit here for the CT side. He actually wants a bit more out of this here. Pushed into candles, burning quite significantly, dead to the hands of Rigon. As a 5-on-3 now, BNE just forced the issue, and I think this round might already be over. Mezzi only gets that one trade, and they're reduced to 2.
Roy, last one left, out towards this turn-up position, and he's actually going to try and attempt to go for the retake, but not to be. fnatic, I think, just Duran Flatroo thinking about aggressing further forward, keeping that util down on Pat. Nico Odos and Mezzi trying their best. There is a slight backstab that has not been seen just yet.
As now, Nico Odos with that kill, and that second, okay. Needs to get a whole lot more out of this. Synopsy about to walk into the hands of the player in the corner. Okay, now it's on! The Deagles of fnatic showing up like the Deagles of BNE from Nuke. And GXX is suddenly alone here. Creeping up, looking for a better rifle, but making noise. AK up against them, and they'll just hide on fnatic's side.
What is going on? This was a 5-on-2. They had this whole side coverage as well. And now Nico Odos is on for the quadra, picked up the rifle, and he's going to win it out. What a steal that is.
Or with the AKs, Mach 10, Tech 9 sprays through, incendiary damage done. Crims is pushed all the way up towards mid. Will lose his life, but Nico Odos is there to continue his frag counts. Behind that smoke, players will lean in. Senna's going to get caught. Flatroo still holding there, though. Might find the flank to gain that mid position. Nico Odos' back is completely turned. Flatroo finally spots him, but he holds his nerve here, waiting for another CT to peek out towards him. That could lead to his demise, and Heap will find the trade.
Very good effort. Needed to deal with Heap first if he had a chance of doing so. And GXX 1v3. Deal with Heap, get the bomb down, even towards CT spawn. This could be a possible duel onto Mezzi.
M4 holding, Orp leaning in. Flick was close, but he didn't get the shot in time. Orp is saved. Flash on. Odos hears the footsteps, can spray through blind on Senna, but doesn't have the crosshair placement for it. Flatroo, similar story, making his moves in the AWP. Might get caught flank now as Flatroo turns into a 2 versus 2. A backstab's in for Crims, the AWP of Heap, desperately hunting onto the site itself. As Crims leans up, Flatroo's caught, head taken off. Senna in at cave, bomb plant open for him. I think they know exactly where he is as well. We'll check those back lines. Flashbang in, keeps him blind. Crims does his damage, will continue to swing forward. The spray's manic for Senna. Maybe that could have worked out towards them, but the fact that Dink came back for the T side means that ultimately it's best to just concede this one. Give fnatic their 8th. BNE with these rifles have a bit of a basis to force by a round, but Senna's going to get caught off. Mezzi has one man to face as well, and the Deagle takes GXX, and that's heavy damage sustained. fnatic beating in against BNE.
Mezzi putting on another good show, top fragging in that last map, second to the board here in the second. And now for Rigon, he just hopes that he doesn't get cleared. They are putting emphasis down on towards A, so he might actually drop.
They're going for the hunt. This is huge.
It's got to be Roy.
Huge pick for fnatic to take. Rigon sees Nico Odos. Right now is going so well for BNE and for fnatic in the early doors here. Fast rush out towards the A side. Only Senna stands to hold up against them. Flashbang keeps him blind, smokes down. He challenges Crims and catches Mezzi at the front lines. You've got GXX back at Temple. Nico Odos jumps right past him. Heavy damage sustained here on the T side line as Crims is overwhelmed. Nico Odos right back in the backstab. Senna so low, still presses. Roy's back turn, and finally Heap gets the trade. 3-on-2. Synopsy drops, and now it's all to Nico Odos. 20 HP versus 2. Bomb is in the open, and they know exactly where he is. They'll swing, they'll find him, and BNE will equalize.
That's an incredible...
M4 sees 1, maybe even seen 2. Synopsy set with the crossfire. Roy's going to get caught. Nico Odos with 1. Awkward sprays back, and back up as a ride from Flatroo, so they do find the 4-on-3 for BNE.
He's going to try his luck, start that walkout, and Senna doesn't know about him.
Taps to the AK, doesn't get the headshot, eventually does do so. So the T's will start storming the A site as Heap starts to extend, but GXX has found the other line into the site. Crims better be ready for this, and he's absolutely not. The backstab now to find 2. Synopsy down. GXX is still known back here. Smokes up as Mezzi tries to get that bomb to commit. 20 seconds, it's got to be the A site, and now GXX is on the site. The face in, the footsteps should be heard, the information not being seen, and Heaps will adjust the AK to the head with Mezzi landing Flatroo. And with the timer...
We're now seeing it towards the bottom of ramp, and for Roy, he needs to clean up the pieces. He's got to get a clean kill here onto Flatroo to open up B, and he does exactly that.
Called it. Well done, Dwag. 2-on-2. GXX is so close, and Roy's seen him as well. Flashbang's coming in. We'll check out behind that smoke, but might think that he's there on the short control. Synopsy watching in from mid, thinking this might still be a ruse. Oh, GXX's timing is so perfect as well.
Oh, the positioning. This looks good for Roy as he opens up again. Another frag, still on 100 HP. And Synopsy's got to save. He can't go in for the clutch, but he's positioning to go.
BNE with the weapon advantage, now with one final buy. The rush into the B side, gonna catch them all. The spray's so awkward for Heap, and flattru and GXX can punish them in whole. fnatic felt so confident on the interim, and now they've got to fight their way back from the deficit again.
Might be thinking that there was a lack of nades, lack of incendiaries. Let's just charge it up towards that ramp control. Have a real quick exit into that B site. Now, this is still recoverable. Even though the bomb is in the CT hands, it's a 2v3. Unfortunately, GXX follows up with the orb.
That's the top fragger of NiKoODOS. This B site. Rigon, the first man to find, back out towards long. Timing, not perfect. Back turn towards the angle. So not quite a stellar in this occasion. 20 seconds. And the money's pretty good for fnatic, so they might just go for it anyway. Synopsy tries to cut off Mezzi, but Mezzi gets the kill. Now Rigon in from Cave, 13 seconds. Back might be turned towards Crims, got to make the move in now. Kill found, 7 seconds. Bomb's got to go down, and flattru shuts it all out. Crims can fight hard and get the trade, but he won't have enough time for the plant, and therefore this round goes to BNE.
Beautiful crossfire being set there from BNE. You can see
Heap getting to the bomb site, should get the bomb plant down. The sprays Manic, Senna's nade will finish off Mezzi, but the bomb has been secured here.
And now fnatic just trying to play the time, fall off and retreat. Heap stuck though, he has to play around the pillar.
Stand as a central site defender. Needs a lot of support from his offsite anchors who will swing. Heap with a kill, a double in fact. As flattru falls and Rigon through the smoke is down the same. A massive kill for the AK, swinging in for the quadra, but put down by the AWP. A 2-on-2 with Crims holding for the wall bang. GXX caught looking the wrong way as NiKoODOS.
Even the timing onto Mezzi, GXX is going to catch him. There's a chance to pick up the rifle.
He's going to get the headshot. He turns away. Senna can't double up, though. Crims gets a trade, gives away the info on the bomb. As one player starts acting out to mid, there is still potential for the trade, especially as Rigon is going to get caught jumping with his knife out. Info on both fnatic players, but the B site's completely open, and Crims is waiting for an extension.
I think they have to end up on A. They don't really have the time in the map control. Roy is still keeping eyes out, and he's not seeing that rotation. He's not seeing the play from Donut, so it gives them the idea that the CTs have not got aggressive.
And flattru's heard the footsteps, so GXX will hard rotate, ascend forward. The Deagle tagged up in this exchange, got to land the headshots, and Roy gets his headshot in. It's GXX alone, one of the star men over the course of the tournament run for BNE. Now got to stand up as a star right here, but he burns